You might be a chosen one, or you think you're a chosen one, and you have realized the reason as to why things happen the way they do when you come around, when you show up, when you step on the scene. It's not that you're walking in with the best suit in town. You know, you have this most expensive suit, the Armani suits and all those stuff. You come in with a very big, huge vehicle, car, you know, I don't know, you're driving a Porsche, you're driving a Lamborghini, it doesn't matter. The energy is pretty much on a different frequency, on a different level. It's not the energy, the things that you see on the physical. So, because your energy is very intense, sometimes you may notice that people are going to go the extra length to hurt you. And it's not that you have taken any money from them. It's not that you're living in their house. You have never asked them for food. But just people are going to be triggered to hate on you and to throw different shades at you. They can even decide to do witchcraft. They can do spell work. They can do this and they can do that. And it doesn't work. And normally they are watching you from a distance. They are hoping that, oh, that thing they did, it worked. They may have succeeded to fire you from your work because that's the best. That's the farthest they can go. So they convinced your supervisor or whatever manager, let that man go, let that woman go. They did this or they did that, so they tried to gang up against you. They tried to say some things against you. And it was fired at work. That's the farthest they could go. Only for them to discover that actually you're even more successful after the job than you was when you were still working with them. And people sometimes wonder why sometimes you might fall sick and almost everybody believe you couldn't make it. And for some mysterious reason, you rolled on the other side and you got up. The next day they are seeing you are still moving. And sometimes people don't understand the reason as to why you don't want to involve yourself in small talk. You don't want to be that person who is going to sit down in circles, in groups, and you start gossiping about other people. And sometimes there's also cases where sometimes you walk into a room, everything was quiet. You walk into the room, you start seeing activity around you, people moving up and down. And you're thinking like, when I was around here, everything was still, nothing was happening. You walked into this place, the energy shifted. People moving around. People starting to, or sometimes you could walk into a place, it has been a very chaotic room, people was yapping around and screaming or whatever. We walk in, everybody goes quiet. You might sometimes walk into a room. There was this shop attendant who didn't even sell anything from since morning. The moment you walked into the room, it was a shop. There are customers starting to flock in behind you. And you really think it's a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. You may be the simplest man in town. You have got $1 or $2 shirt that you wear. You have got a very old bicycle you use to go to work. You live in a very simple home, nothing special, nothing exclusive, but still, when you show up, people notice. So these things are happening because your energy is very heavy. It's very heavy and very intense. Have you guys noticed that sometimes you just show up naturally into a vicinity, and there are some people you see the way they will look at you, it's like they've seen a ghost. It's like they've seen a different creature or something like that. That is because people are looking beyond you and the physical. They are seeing something different on the spiritual, because you guys need to understand this world is spiritual. Okay? There's so much spiritual activity happening behind the scenes that we cannot see with our naked eyes. And you being the chosen one, you hold that frequency whereby the energy you have is different. It hits different, you know? A lot of things happen mysterious, unexplainable things happen when you're around, when you show up. When you're chosen, one out of mysterious things keep on happening around you. People can barely forget about you. You're not bothered with people. You're not bothered with people. You're not looking for anybody. You're not looking for any validation. Sometimes you run into people and, they have an encounter with you. Good and bad people, it can be always the same thing. You can run into people and then you realize that even after years, it's been like 5 years, been like 6 years, people are still reaching out and you're thinking like, oh, I didn't talk to this person. Last time I saw them or talked to them was 5 years ago. And they still remember, because you see, these things happen because of your energy. There is a signature that you carry, and it's very intense. It's very intense energy. And the person can try to brush it off, let us forget about it. Let us do this, let us do that. They don't exist. Some people want to pretend that you don't exist, but secretly they understand, they recognize that you do exist, and they recognize that you're very powerful. Okay? A chosen person is not a person that has to go ahead and brag. You don't have like these labels on your head. But there is something about you that is very, very powerful. Your energy, your signature is very intense. You have got your own unique identity that even shakes the biggest people in the room. Okay? So those are some of the signs that you will know that actually you are chosen one. People cannot help but notice. People cannot help but notice your presence. They can try to ignore it, but at the end of the day, you're going to see them turning back. They're still going to try to stare at you because there is something about you that they cannot fully put a finger on, they cannot understand. So the reason why you see a lot of chosen ones, the gang stocked in this matrix, that is exactly the reason why, because they hold a frequency that is very different. And this matrix cannot identify with that frequency. It is very strange. They don't know what exactly is happening. So these people, now what they do, they can try to put some labels on you because it's going to make them feel comfortable. They can try to send people, see what you're doing. They're hacking your phones. They're hacking your emails. They're hacking this. And they just want to know what exactly is happening. What is exactly happening? But what they don't understand, the more they try to understand you and your frequency, is the more confused they are going to get. And the more they try to push it very hard and very, very, very seriously, like really, really come against you, is the more they won't realize that they never even started in the first place. They might even end up running a race that they didn't even wish they could start. So it's all about your energy. Your energy is very intense. That is why a lot of these very strange, mysterious things keep on happening around you. That is one of the things that will make you prove and identify you are a chosen one. Okay? You're not only different on the physical, because you may be identifiable with certain strange body features and stuff like that, but even on the spiritual, you are extremely different on an energetic level, and that is why your energy is extremely intense. Let us know if this video resonates with you. You guys already know I love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will see you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.